Hey, what's up? It is your boy BQ Impact Lounge YouTube channel. I've got my cat baby sleeping in the back. I wanted to drop this video a couple days ago, but things kept getting in the way. I want to talk Sami and Tessa. This is the big thing going on in Impact right now. This is the big talking point. It doesn't matter what you think of intergender, if you like it, don't like it. This is what everyone's talking about within the company. Stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to tell you where I think this is ultimately going for Tessa. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't. I don't know. Stick around to the end, and if it's your first time, hit subscribe because we're talking Impact Wrestling here at the Impact Lounge. Unbreakable was last week. This was their best Impact Plus or Twitch show by far that they've done. I really enjoyed it, with the exception of the Steiner stuff. I didn't like that at all, but you know, from the promo, the match, I didn't care for it. The rest of that, really good show. The mashup tournament was a concept that I thought was a great idea, but it was super predictable who was going to freaking win. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. I didn't like some of the, like Michael Elgin turning on Willie Mack for no reason whatsoever. I mean, you're in a match for a #1 contender for the world title. You would think you can put differences aside, So stuff like that I don't really care for. But matchup tournament was cool. Unbreakable, pretty good. Obviously, Elgin and Eddie really stole the show, but we're here to talk about Sami and Tessa. So Sami and Tessa have 2 matches so far. Sami is up 2-0, and the match of Slammiversary I thought was for present day wrestling. I thought it was a classic. I loved it. Bell to bell, they really delivered. Now the match at Unbreakable wasn't a bad match, but it told a totally different story. It was very slow, it was very methodic. I wasn't into it like I was with Slammiversary at all, and this was weird because I actually thought that they were going to give the same type of match that they did at Slammiversary. They just chose to go a different direction. The reason I thought that is because obviously to watch Unbreakable, whether you're subscribed to Impact Plus or you're watching on Fight, it's going to be cheaper, obviously. Or I don't know if it was free. I'm a paid subscriber on Impact Plus, so I don't know. Obviously, but it's a lot cheaper than trying to order the Slammiversary pay-per-view. So you're going to think this is an opportunity for more people to have eyes on it. They heard the first match was excellent, so hey, let's give Impact a shot. Check this out. So for me personally, as a wrestling fan, the match didn't really deliver. It just told a different story. It told a very underdog story for Tessa. Now, if you look at her other intergender matches on YouTube, like, this is not her first rodeo whatsoever. Impact is telling a story where she's, says she's on his level, that she's above it, but she's coming at him like an underdog. The way that she's selling, crying, and things like that. But if you look up intergender matches for Tessa Blanchard on YouTube, she's got a match with AR Fox that has 18 million views. It's a #1 Tessa Blanchard match, I believe, on YouTube. 18 million views. So check that one out. She's got a match with Ricochet that's excellent as well, and then a match with Brian Cage at Wrestle Circus. So this is, Tessa talked about wanting to do something different with Impact, and there's a lot of wrestling fans out there who are, oh, what are they doing to Tessa? Like, Tessa has a big role in this. Like, she wants to do this. I mean, if you're really a fan of Tessa, you've heard her speak, you've heard her interviews, like, she's wanted to do this. So, give Impact some credit, give Tessa some credit. I thought this was really rushed, though, as far as having them wrestle again and then even attaching her name to the title picture. So for me, that was all really rushed. But they're trying to strike while the iron's hot, and I get it. They want to get those, this is the YouTube segment that's killing it, Sami Callihan's #1 segment for Impact on YouTube is at 2.4 million views, and that's when he assaulted Tessa Blanchard with the bat. That's 2.4 million in just a month. His second highest is 1.4 million. And that's when it was the clips of him versus Pentagon at Slammiversary. That was a year ago. And that's at 1.4. This, with Tessa Blanchard attacking Tessa Blanchard when he hit her with the bat, has been up about a month. 2.4 million views. So, this is the segment. This is the storyline that, whether people agree with it or not, this is what they're checking out. Now, is it going to bring more eyes to the product? I mean, Impact keeps swinging for the fences. As far as Unbreakable's attendance, it was a really engaged crowd. I thought that was one of their best crowds in a while, as far as, you know, being really, really engaged. But, you know, but it was the same 200 to 300 people that show up at the other house shows. So when you're talking about, you know, Tessa, as big as she is of a star, Sami, who says he's the draw, they have, you know, Sami versus Tessa too. Like, it wasn't much of a draw as far as house show attendance. But was it more eyes on a product? Was there more Impact Plus viewers for Unbreakable than normal shows? I'd have to believe yes, because this is the second event that, well, this is the first one where they are delivering like this matters. You know, last month the tag team titles changed hands, but in the whole time they've been doing the Impact Plus, the Twitches, like sometimes I watch them, sometimes I don't, because they're house shows. End of the day, you know, they're reworking the branding and the marketing for it a little bit, to where before they were partnering with these companies, and now it's being delivered a little bit more as a Impact show. And you know, they're still partnered, but it's the branding is heading a little bit more towards, you know, the Impact direction or whatever. So is it doing its job? I mean, it's probably got YouTube revenue up and things of that nature, but is it more eyes on pursuit, more, you know, more Impact Plus downloads? We don't know. We'll see. But they're swinging for the fences with this one, and you know, we have to believe that this is going to be one of the segments that's really going to bring people in. They haven't had anything like that since the Unbroken, not the Unbroken, I was thinking Unbreakable, the Broken Matt Hardy stuff, as far as people really talking about Impact. You know what I mean? As far as a really hot segment. So this is the hottest feud they got going. Now, I said I was going to talk about where I think this is ultimately going. Most people expect Tessa to get her comeuppance and beat Sami Callihan at some point, maybe even for the world title, because he is the #1 contender. He's going to take on Brian Cage, and I would imagine Bound for Glory. Don't know if he's going to win or not. I think Sami needs a win. I think he needs gold. But really, where I ultimately see this going, I think that Tessa is going to win the X Division title from Jake Crist. I see a scenario where maybe she does challenge Sami for the title and lose a third time, and they work in some kind of angle where, you know, it's maybe a dirty finish again, and after the match he challenges Jake Crist and takes that title like just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That's some fantasy booking on my part, and I don't like to do a whole lot of that because that's unrealistic. But for me personally, I think that this is leading towards Tessa winning the X Division championship. I don't think she's going to win the world championship. I've said this many times, and this probably upsets some people, and you may not agree. I don't think she's going to. I think her contract runs up like the top of next year. I don't expect her to stay, not because she's not happy, and hope, you know, obviously Impact's probably going to throw some money at her, but, you know, there's the opportunity with AEW and everything is too great for a lot of these wrestlers right now, because they offer a lot of what Impact offers, but to a bigger audience without the, you know, past drama to worry about. So who knows? It's gonna matter if what's gonna play a big role is if this angle continues to build, and it brings, you know, there's more eyes, there's more viewership, there's more subscribers, whatever their platforms are. So you can leave your thoughts in the comments about this whole Sami Tessa thing. I'll be checking the comments for the first 24 hours after this is uploaded, and responding to the comments. Lately I haven't been doing a really good job with that, just with everything I got going on, but I'm going to start committing to commenting on the videos for a good 24 hours after the upload. So let me know what you think. Again, this is the Impact Lounge, #1 place to be for Impact Wrestling fans. Hit subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you guys soon.